In this presentation, we are going to learn about density and how to calculate density of an object. Density is the ratio of an object's mass and its volume. So the formula for density is density equals mass divided by volume. And the units of measure for density are grams per centimeters cubed, or grams per cubic centimeter. I like this picture of the heart divided top and bottom with mass on top and volume on the bottom, because if you look at the top of the heart, it kind of looks like an M for mass. And the bottom of the heart looks like a V for volume. So you could draw a picture of a heart and write the mass in the top of the heart, and then the volume in the top and the bottom of the heart, and that would tell you that you need to divide mass by volume to figure out the density of an object. But sometimes before you can calculate the density of an object, you might need to figure out the volume. And there are two ways you can calculate volume, depending on if the object has a regular shape like a cube or a prism, or if it's irregularly shaped like a rock. If the object is a regularly shaped object, then there are some calculations that you can do. So volume of a regularly shaped object is volume is the amount of space taken up by an object, and it's measured in cubic centimeters. And the formula for this is to multiply the length times the width times the height. But what if you have an object that is irregularly shaped like a rock? Well, the volume of an irregularly shaped object is measured using water displacement. And water displacement is the difference between the initial volume of water and the volume after an object is placed in water in a graduated cylinder. And the formula for this is volume equals volume 2 minus volume 1. So if you look in this picture, the first graduated cylinder has a volume of about roughly 3.5 milliliters. And then when the little figure is placed into the water, it now has a volume of 5 milliliters. So you would subtract 5 milliliters minus 3.5 milliliters, and that would give you a volume of, the little figure's volume is 1.5 milliliters. And then recall from our previous unit that mass is the amount of matter in an object, and it's measured in grams. Remember our song, mass measured in grams or in kilograms. Remember that song, because mass it's going to tell you what we use to measure mass. And so very important to recognize that density remains the same without regard to how much of the material is present. So a very small chunk of gold has the same density as a huge boulder-sized piece of gold. So the density of gold is constant. And let's do an example. So we're going to calculate the density of an object that has a volume of 64 centimeters cubed and a mass of 34 grams. Remember, our formula is density equals mass divided by volume. I've used my little heart to put 34 grams mass on top and 64 centimeters cubed volume on the bottom. When I do the calculations, it comes out to 0.53 grams per centimeters cubed. Well, thank you for watching, and good luck.